Okay, good morning all. Sorry for the delay. There were some issues with the college net, so I had to connect using the mobile hotspot. So, if the screen is clearly visible and the audio is clear, please give a confirmation so that I can continue. So, the topic that is displayed is entropy and information gain. So, we had started this in the previous session. So, the screen is clearly visible and if the audio is clear, please give the confirmation so that I can start and continue. Okay, I was once saying I'm repeating, please confirm. Okay. So we were discussing the decision tree construction mechanism. This was the starting point in module 4. We saw what is the decision tree, how it is used as a classifier to decide on the class for a new record. So we had seen theoretical concepts in the beginning of this module. Then we did not take up any problem. Immediately we switched over to the next classifier, that is rule based. But you may get problems in internals or exam. So we need to be sure how to construct a decision tree, okay, with the given data. So that is what is being discussed. So few terminologies you need to be familiar with to construct a decision tree. Okay, so that is what we had explored in the previous session. Okay. So the first term was entropy. Entropy means how much disturbance or disorder is there in the data set. Okay. So if the data set is heterogeneous, it is a complete mixture of different types of data. Okay, so then it is heterogeneous. So then we claim as the data is impure. Okay. If the data is homogeneous, belonging to one single type, specific type, okay, then it is homogeneous, and then we call it as a pure data. So the first point here is we understood what is a pure data and what is a impure data. So pure data means data that is in order, okay, that is homogeneous. Impure data means the data that is in a chaotic fashion, which is disordered, which is heterogeneous. Okay. So with that, we started with the discussion. We understood the term entropy. So entropy means how much disordering is there in the data set. Okay. How much chaos is there. So that is entropy. We understood how to put it in quantitative terms, how to define entropy quantitatively. Okay. See, I cannot claim that the disorder, degree of disorder is very high, it is very low, it is medium. I need to put it in numbers so that the algorithm can process it. Okay. So how you put it in numbers? So we defined a scale for it. The scale was 0 to 1. Okay. So if the impurity is very high, then it will be near 1. Okay. And if the data set is very pure, it will be near to 0. Okay. So these were the things we had explored in the previous session. Now, in order to construct a decision tree, what you need to do? So this is what you need to do. You can see I have put it in the graphical format. Okay. So you should reduce the disorder in the data set. Okay. Now, what is the reason you need to reduce the disorder? See, what you need to do in a decision tree? You need to construct branches. Okay. So in each and every specific branch, the nodes or data should be related to one another. Okay. So that is why what we are doing here is we are considering something called as an information gain. What is this information gain? There's a data set which is disordered, disorganized, okay, which is heterogeneous. We will split it, we'll divide it. Okay, we are splitting it. The same has been indicated here. You can see how we are splitting it. We are splitting it in such a way that each and every part in the split will be homogeneous. Okay, for example, I will call this as part 1 in the split. Okay, so we can ensure whatever records are there in part 1 is somewhat related to one another. Okay. Next, this is part 2. This is my second split or second partition. We will ensure whatever records are there, whatever data objects are there, is somewhat related to one another. Okay. So please note, from heterogeneous, we are trying to progress towards homogeneous. Okay. From dissimilar data, we are trying to segregate and we are trying to create, create partitions of similar data types or data objects. This progression that we are doing, okay, so this is needed for constructing a decision tree. So also we discussed a few aspects regarding entropy in this context. We understood a data set which is disordered. Okay, will have a very high entropy. The entropy value is 1. Okay. So as you split the data and try to make it homogeneous, the entropy will reduce and data in its purest form, okay, will have an entropy of 0. Okay. So these were few basics we had seen in the previous session. These were all theoretical explanations. Also, I tried to demonstrate it using an example. I was switching over between pages if you carefully observed. Okay, so I had taken this example. Okay, so this was my data set. You can see we have alphabets, characters, special characters. It's a heterogeneous data. Okay, no single data type is found here. It is completely heterogeneous. So here entropy is very high, that is 1. Also data is impure. Okay. Now what you need to do? See, this will be taken by the root node of the decision tree. We are aware the root node of a decision tree will take the data set. Okay. Now what do you need to do? You need to go from the root node to the leaf nodes. Okay, you need to go up to that point in a decision tree using intermediary nodes. So you know the whole story about it. Okay. Using intermediary nodes, you need to go to the leaf node. Now, just now we saw in the root node, near the root node, the entropy is very high. Okay. So as you progress towards different branches and try to reach the leaf node, the entropy should reduce. Meaning that here entropy was 1. Now as you progress and reach the leaf node, the entropy should become 0. This is what you can see here. This was my raw data set here in this example, which had alphabets, numbers, and special characters. And as you have progressed and reached the leaf node, this is the leaf node, the class. Okay. So you can see the data has become homogeneous. This is my leaf node. Class alphabet, class number, class special character. Okay. What exactly has happened here? So the data set which was given as input near the root node with a very high entropy, it is nearing to 1. Okay. So we have used many intermediary nodes or branches in the decision tree to reach the leaf node, and we have ensured the disorder in the data has reduced. We have ensured data has become homogeneous, and also we have ensured we could identify a class, okay, a class for our data instance. Okay. So these were I'm trying to explore this in different dimensions, okay, so that you can be clear with this. And this is just fundamental basics. In next semester, 7th semester machine learning, decision tree itself is one complete module for you. You can check the syllabus. Okay. So you will explore decision tree in much more depths and detail. You will see how decision tree can be used to train and build classifiers. Okay. How you can make the system learn with experience. You will explore more problems. So that is a continuation for you in the next semester. But as of now, we will try to cover what is there as part of the syllabus here. So the bottom line here is you need to construct a decision tree. Okay, so starting from a root node, you need to identify many intermediary nodes. Okay, and finally you need to reach the leaf node. You need to reach the leaf node. This was my decision tree. Your root node will take a data set with a very high entropy or which is heterogeneous. As you progress at different levels in the tree, okay, you should reduce the entropy and make it 0 near the leaf node. Okay, this is what you need to do while you are solving the problem related to decision tree. Now we have one more requirement here. When you are building a decision tree, you have one more requirement. See, you are seeing the tree structure here. Okay. You know what is a class. For example, you know what are the classes in the above example. The classes are class alphabet, class number, and class special character. This data is available. Okay, you know the classes. You know the leaf node. Now, what are the various nodes that I need to consider for the root and for the intermediary nodes? So that is a question in front of you. So which nodes shall I take as root? Which node shall I take as intermediary nodes? So that my data set, which was heterogeneous, will boil down to the leaf node with the reduction in the entropy. Okay. Now we know the basics of this. The root node and intermediary nodes are nothing but the attributes of the data. That's it. Okay. I had taken this example very frequently. I want to identify MIT students from outsiders. Okay. I have data of MIT students. Now, how I can distinguish MIT students from outsiders? So, using characteristics or specific properties, okay, which we call as attributes. Okay. For example, uh, ID card, uniform color. Okay. So, many attributes are available. Now, one more question pops up. When I have a set of attributes, attribute 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, out of maybe 5 or 6 attributes, which one should be the root node? So this is the big question in front of you. Okay, have some 6 attributes. Out of these 6 attributes, like ID card, uniform, name, USN, maybe mobile number, which one should become the root node? Okay. Which other attributes should be part of intermediary nodes and at what levels? That is also important. Okay, for example, have 6 attributes. So try to understand the basics first. Okay, solving the problem will become a trivial task for you if you are really strong with respect to the basics and fundamentals. Okay. I have 6 attributes. Okay, I'm clear with the classes, class alphabet, class numbers, class special character, meaning that I'm clear with the leaf nodes. I know the leaf nodes. Okay, leaf nodes are represented by rectangular blocks. You're aware of it. Okay, so this is class alphabet, maybe this is class number, this is class special character. I have this data because decision tree is a supervised classifier, meaning that you need to tell what are the classes to the algorithm. Okay. But attributes the algorithm will determine, but which attribute to place at which level of the tree? So that is a big question in front of the decision tree algorithm. 6 attributes are there. Out of these 6 attributes, which attribute should become the root node? For example, maybe 4 should become the root node. Attribute number 4. By 4 I mean attribute number 4. Okay. Now, which attribute should go to the next level after the root? Maybe attribute 2 and 1. Okay. Next, which one should come below this? Maybe attribute 4 towards the left of the tree. Attribute 5 here at this part. Okay. Now, the question here is how you made a decision regarding this. How to make a decision regarding this. Okay. Which attribute should be the root node and which attributes should come at different parts or at different levels of the tree to ultimately take you to the leaf node, which is our final goal. Your goal is to move from root to the leaf. Your goal is to take the data set with highest entropy and reduce the entropy. Okay. So these are the questions in front of you, and the answers to these questions you will directly find in the problem. Okay. Once again, I do not want to take up theoretical discussions regarding these aspects. Okay. So it will just fly over your head. Directly, I'll go to the problem, and we will see how these issues are resolved. Okay. So this is my example problem that I have taken. I felt that this problem was effective, is effective in helping you understand the content. Okay. So first try to understand the data set. This is the training data. Okay. This is the training data. that you will be giving to the decision tree classifier. The decision tree classifier should take this data, okay, and build a decision tree. Okay, so that is the requirement here. That is the objective. That is your goal. Okay. Once again, I'm repeating, this is the training data set. Your decision tree should take this and build a decision tree. Should choose what are the root, what is the root node, what are the intermediate nodes, and also the leaf node. So if you observe this table, you can see totally 4 columns are there, and of these 4 columns, column number 1, 2, 3 are the attributes, and column number 4 is the class. See, this information will be given to you in the internal Zen or exam. Okay. For example, you can see I have marked it directly. Out of the columns 1, where you have age, column 2 competition, column 3 type, and column 4 profit. The fourth column is the class column. So this data will be given to you in the question. Okay. So how many classes are there? So if you just give a glance, you can see there are 2 classes, up and down. Okay. Now what exactly is happening here? What is this data set here? See, this is a data set of a company, okay, which is selling hardware and software products. Okay. So it has documented the sales details, like um, for what criteria it got very good profit, and when the profit margin was low. So when the profit margin was high, that is indicated by up, okay, and when the profit margin was low, that is indicated by down. Okay. Now we have few entries here. You can see these are the attributes taken into consideration by the sales company, okay, which was selling the hardware and software product. The age group of the customers. So it has divided the age group into 3 categories. You can see. So old, mid, and new. New means young age. Okay. So a continuous data has been divided here. You can see. Okay. So these are the product types. Okay. So software and hardware. Okay. Basically, this company is into sales of different hardware and software product. Also, it has documented uh, the level of competition for this specific product. For example, you can see in the first row, this software has competition from other similar softwares or products. In the second case, there is no competition. Okay. See, given with a data set, spend few seconds analyzing the data. What is there in the data? Specifically for the problem of constructing a decision tree. Okay. First, note down what is the class. This data will be given to you in the question, as I already mentioned. So 2 classes are there. One class is talking about the increase in the profit margin for the company, and the other class is talking about decrease in the margin. Okay. In what situations the profit increased and in what situations the profit decreased. So that observation was documented using different attributes. Okay. So the customer age was taken into consideration, the type of product was taken into account, and also the competition. Okay. How much difficult it was to market that product. Okay. So that also has been noted as a parameter here. Okay. Now this company wants to build a decision tree with this observation, so that given with a new instance, given with a new record, your decision tree can tell whether the company will get a profit, or whether it will get a huge profit, high profit, or a low profit. Okay, it's not a loss. Down means the profit margin is low. That's it. Okay. So instead of doing manual analysis, the company wants a classifier. Okay. Specifically in this instance, it is based on decision tree, which can give indicators of whether the company can have huge high margin or a low margin. What I believe is I'll go with a bottom-up approach, because already I told you the complexity of this problem is a bit high comparatively. Okay, the complexity is high. You need to be very focused, very attentive, and you need to be progressive in understanding this. Okay. So this is a data set. Okay. From this data set, what is the output? I will show you the final output, because already I mentioned we will go with the bottom up approach here, because beginning you will not understand what exactly we are doing at different stages or in different steps. So this is the final thing that we want. Final thing. Once again, this is what we need to build. You can see here, this is the decision tree. So this is the final output that we want. What is the input? Input is the training record. Sorry for the interruption. I hope you can see the screen and the audio is clear. Please give a confirmation, because I experienced some technical glitch because of which it was disconnected from my side. And if you confirm, I'll just continue. So I want your confirmation regarding whether you're able to see the decision tree that is being displayed. Okay. Okay. Just now I mentioned, so this was the activity that we are doing here, the exercise we are doing. The exercise here is from the observations a company has made with respect to the sale of different hardware items. We are constructing a decision tree, and from this decision tree, the company can come out with insights about whether this specific product will give a higher margin or a lower margin. Okay, so this is what is happening here. Okay, so this is the decision tree that should be finally constructed, which will be used as a classifier. This is nothing but a classifier. Okay, so given with a new record, new record, the model is ready. Okay, this model will tell whether the company will get a huge profit, huge margin, or less margin. Okay. Now, getting back to this, so just see what are the requirements here. Regarding the class labels, there is no issue. Okay, so class labels, class level information is there with us. Okay, up, down. Okay, so two classes are there. So that is what I mentioned. The class information will be given to you in the question itself, so no need to worry about that. In this case, it is we have two classes: class up, meaning that higher profit; class down, meaning that lower margin or lower profit. Okay. Now, what you need to do in the problem? So the requirement here is, okay, three attributes are there. You just now saw three attributes were there. One is age, the other one is competitive nature of the sales, and the type. Okay, so type of product. Among the three, which one should become the root node? So that is the issue or question here that I just now explained. So among the three attributes, once again I'll go to the beginning. I'll be switching between the pages. If it is causing inconvenience, kindly adjust, because we cannot have a straight flow here, sequential flow. Okay. So regarding the fourth column, the issue is sorted out. The fourth column is the class. Two classes are there, up and down. So no more problems regarding that. Now the remaining three columns, the first, second, and third. So obviously these three columns should become the nodes starting from the root to the intermediary. Okay. Now the big question here is, out of the three attributes or columns or properties or characteristics, which one should be the root node? Is it age? Is it competition? Or is it the type of product? So this is the question in front of you. and we will use mathematical modeling and derivatives to achieve this. So three attributes are there. Who will qualify to become the root node? Okay. See, obviously, the thing is, out of the three attributes, the attribute which will contribute maximum to the reduction in the entropy, so will qualify to become the root node. So already I made a statement. In the root, you will be given the data set. The entropy is very high, and as you progress and try to reach the leaf node, okay, so the entropy will reduce and it will almost become zero. Okay, so which attribute should become the root node? So the attribute which will put its best effort in reducing the entropy, which will reduce the maximum entropy is reduced. Okay, so that will be qualified to become the root node. I even briefed in the previous session also. Previously, when we started discussion about decision tree, I was telling you assume this is the root node. Okay, out of the attributes. For example, we were doing the mammal classification. Okay, assume this is the root node. I was telling that is not the case in a real time scenario. It is not assumption. You need to compute and determine which attribute should become the root node. And the qualifying factor here is the attribute which can reduce the entropy to the maximum extent. Okay, so entropy which was 1 should be reduced to the maximum extent. So that attribute will qualify to become the root. So as I already told you, this is a bottom-up approach here. I'm directly going to the output. In the output, you can see the classes as label, leaf nodes. Okay, you can see age has been age has qualified as a root node, meaning that definitely something is there in the age attribute which has helped us to reduce the entropy. Also, you saw competition has come to the next level. Type is missing. What are the reasons for this? We will see. Why age became the root node, why competition came to level 1, and why the type attribute is missing from the tree, why it has not been taken into consideration. We will see all those things. Once again, I will switch to a random point in this page. Once again. I think there is some once again problem here.